G'day, fellas, and welcome to game number 14 of Outback Octagon number 4. We are currently in week 2, and these games are starting to heat up quite a bit. We've got some powerful players in this lobby. Oh, look at this. Nice little early Vil. He's attempting to find the Vil pick, doesn't get it. Ball already been taken out as well. MSNDK, we'll check in with him shortly. Players slowly finding their place to call home. Some players with better spawns than others. Some players with not particularly good spawns. Who's got the best spawn here? I mean, this is a pretty decent spawn, isn't it? Anyway, let's get into it. Let's introduce our players for you, ladies and gentlemen. In the east of the map, in the color light blue, we've got Wham 01 on the Mongols. This is a great little spawn for him, isn't it? This is the best spawn we've seen him on in quite some time. You know what? I'm going to put my money right here now. I think Wham's going to take this game. To his west, in the color red. I tell you what, it's a pretty far leap over towards his nearest opponent. In the color red, playing as the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. We've got MSNDK. To his south, in the color pink, playing as the Japanese. We've got MarineLorD. To his south, in the color green, playing as the Tughlag Dynasty, it's Louis MT. Over on the west side, in the color yellow, playing as the Order of the Dragon, it's Lash. And to his north, in the color blue, playing as the Juicy Legacy, we've got Matiz. To the very north, in the color orange, we've got Mi Omega on the Sengoku Daimyo. And finally, in the color purple, playing once again, how did he get it 2 times in a row? I don't know. In the color purple, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, it's Corvinus 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a caster game. Welcome to Outback Octagon, and welcome to this second week of games. Oh boy, you better be careful, my friend. You better be very careful, my friend. You are playing with fire. I don't want to spoil what happened in the last game, but let's just put it this way. Somebody did play with fire. They weren't wearing gloves. They may have gotten burned. So, look, I'm just going to... I'll give out the warnings right now. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, let's take a little bit of a look at where these players currently sit. I'm going to flash up the leaderboard on the screen. If you don't want to see it, make sure you turn your eyes away from the computer. Maybe mute the monitor. Mute your headphones for a little bit as well because, well, there's... we're going to talk a little bit about it as well. Okay. So we're 3 games through on these players. Some players have got more points than others. One player in particular sits at the top of the table with only 3 games played. We're going to be keeping our eyes on him today. Corvinus 1. He is on 36 points. It's ridiculous. Anyway, that's where we're at the moment. Let's get back into our game. So, as you can see, things are going to be a little bit spicy. So, who are we going to be expecting to see do worse in this game? Who is not going to be... I mean, who's got the worst spawn? Arguably, Corvinus has a pretty bad spawn. He's caught between 2 players, but it's not that crazy. You've also got this spawn here for MSNDK, but I feel like for the Holy Roman Empire, you don't care about this. You don't care about this type of spawn. Because let's look at a couple of facts. Number 1, is this sacred site? Number 2, is this sacred site? Number 3, is this sacred site? So is there a world where MSNDK goes fast castle, picks up all the relics, makes a couple knights, goes to Imperial Age, and potentially looks at a fast sacred site victory? Maybe. That could happen, but he's probably going to need to play it out a little bit better than that, a little bit longer than that, because it's not 1 sacred site, it's 3 that he'll need to defend. So keep that in mind. I think his position's not bad, though. I feel like, actually, MarineLorD's position might be the worst spot. Just simply because... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. What is going on in this week's game? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Someone's going for an early game of Warcraft 3, I think. He's trying his best to juke it out. He's got the scout here as well to help. MarineLorD running for dear life. Well, those are sheep right there. And he's managed to split the crew. He's got the micro coming through. Vils have now been pulled. MarineLorD trying to find a bit of assist, and Spear's getting involved as well. Looking for the stabbity stab. The King's on the run. Needs to go for a quick wall. MarineLorD, think about it. You need that quick wall up. Get a little bit of speed. More Spears getting added to the mix. MarineLorD now bringing more villagers across. I think this might be it. He's going to try and get back towards the town center. He's going through the swamp, through the fire, through the flames. Can he do it? He's trying his best. The last dagger. 10 health on it. MarineLorD lives. Oh, the absolute goat somehow. And now he's got himself a bit of an advantage as the villager's going to get taken out. MarineLorD says, easy, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? After what we have witnessed in this game, I tell you what, I don't want to spoil what happened in the earlier game, but I'm going to do it right now. Louis MT died before the 7-minute mark with his king. He got caught with his king, and he almost caught another king just then. Fortunately for MarineLorD, he didn't. MarineLorD must have been a little bit roasty toasty on that seat right there. Boy, that was a close call, MarineLorD. Let's be a little bit more careful, a little bit more cautious with our kings from now on, shall we? I tell you what. These points of interest, they're, like, that's bait. That is bait right there. Do not go near this with your king. Unless it's literally inside your base, don't do it. Do not do it. It is so scary. Gosh, it's so scary. All right. MarineLorD definitely in one of the hardest positions. Anyway, let's focus in on our other players, see how they're doing. Mine work? Mine work? Why would you not go Archon when you've got such a beautiful spot for it? Stone, gold, I mean, stragglers, sure. Well, not stragglers, but stealth forest. I guess maybe he's thinking about getting kills, but you've got so many relics and you're in the middle of the map and there's so much access. Corvinus one now forced away from the stone. Well, I don't know whether or not he's forced away. He's moving away because he's already got the stone required for his town center. So that's going to be the way he plays it. Archon Chapel's come up for Lash over on the west side. We've got the Meditation Gardens up for Matiz. Still working this slowly. You can see he's definitely going to be looking for that Castle Age. MSNDK probably even thinking about just going straight Burgrave and looking for 2-3 kills, potentially. King just chilling out over here on the east side for Wham. Wham going to be thinking about castling any second here as well. Have a look at the resources in the bank. He's working towards it. Shinobis from that west side. Let's check in and see how Miyamaker's doing here. Is he going for a fast castle as well? Miyamaker, a lot of food in the bank, not a whole lot of gold in the bank. Miyamaker, what's going on there? He's literally just moved 12 vills out onto gold right now. So it's going to take some time, but he'll get there eventually. I tell you what, man. What a crazy early game we have witnessed here. MarineLorD doing everything he can to stay in this game. It was so damn close. 10 health on that king. Just unfortunately for Louis MT, he wasn't able to get that complete surround like we had seen in the earlier game. Gosh. Let's check back in with Corvinus 1. He's got the Culture Wing to open up with. Just goes for the 1 TC, and I like the way that he's playing. So he's going Culture Wing to open up. He's done this 2 games in a row. He's had Abbasid 2 games in a row, by the way. So we've had Culture Wing and then into Eco Wing in the Castle Age. And so he looks for that second TC before Castle Age. We've seen him do this twice. Shaolin Monastery now coming down from Matiz. Another. We've got Burgrave in the back of the base. Weird Burgrave, but you do you, King. We're going to respect exactly what we're seeing here. All the Castle Ages coming through. This is one of the interesting things that we're starting to see as a development towards the meta in the current FFA, is that we're seeing a lot less 2 TCs and a lot more fast castles. Very much the strategy used to be 2 TC into fast castle. It was important that you scaled into the late game. But we don't see that happening here. Sake Brewery coming down. I would say this is a mistake. And it's rare that I call out mistakes from people, but like this is an objective one that we can see. Sake Brewery should be within the influence of the Matsuri. Like the extra boost that it gives to the Sake Brewery is massive. It's already got such a high gather rate, so the 30% bonus is so massive that you just want to keep them together. You have to keep it together. So yeah, I think it's definitely an oversight here from Miyamaker not to be putting the Sake Brewery in here. I'd be so tempted to say even just bring this bad boy over here with these vills if you really wanted it to. But Castle Age is starting to come through here. MSNDK is on the way up. Matiz, of course, has also gone up to the next stage. Shaolin Monastery coming down for him. How are we doing on the relic count? 1, 2, 3. There's not a lot of relics. Maybe that's what he's thinking is. Like, we've got one that's picked up. There's a couple more in the north. Not a huge amount, though. I mean, they're kind of... They're around the map. Just in weird little spots. Poor MarineLorD, dude. Can we just talk about poor MarineLorD right now? What a sad state of affairs it is for this gentleman here. Single town center. Feudal age. Making units. Stuck between 2 players. Stuck between 2 ferns. Wham now hitting the Castle Age as well. Dropping down that step redoubt. Does he think maybe about a fast Imperial? With this many vills on gold, it could definitely be on the cards. Shaolin Monk coming out. Runs over the top of a relic. Says, I'm not interested in that relic. I want the other ones. MSNDK looking to try and pick up even more. Whether or not he finds them. You can see him bringing them back just for now. And down towards the south. Ah, poor MarineLorD. The Holy Roman Empire neighbor that you've got, with all the relics around his town center, decided to go for the Burgrave instead of a Regnitz. Yes, you heard that correctly. I know, MarineLorD. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Some games, and I mean, this is just the reality of it, right? Like, some games... Oh, military wing. Interesting. Oh, super smart choice from Corvinus 1. He went eco wing in the last game because he was all by himself. Now he's going military wing because he realizes he's going to have to fight. He's not going to be able to just chill until Imperial Age. So definitely a smart move here from Corvinus 1, switching it up a little bit. You know, we talked about the fact that he went into that eco wing in the last game, but here he's going to avoid it. Now throwing down archery ranges, stable, so really looking to build up production for the Castle Age. Walls beginning to come up on the west side for Lash as well. Now revealing out all those king's locations. Mio Maker knows that, hey, you know what? We're actually in a pretty good spot up here. But now, Mounted Samurai coming out. Camel's obviously going to do quite well in this situation. They're in a 3v2 situation, and they still managed to get the first kill. Shinobi's doing damage on those villagers. Corvinus needs to be careful. He's trying to pick them off, and you can see the slow coming. Oh, it hurts so much, that slow. Manages to take it out about 3 vills, 4 vills here. Maybe even a 5th one, depending on how this Shinobi's feeling. Village, there's the 5th one. More camels now going to be coming out. He forces the drop off. He wants it badly. And of course, a scout comes up towards the north. How are we doing on that south side? Let's check in and see how things are going for MarineLorD. The answer, not well. This is just one of those situations where it's like, yeah, okay, even if you defend MSNDK, you're just going to die to Louis. It's just, it's not pretty. It's not, and you know the worst part? He's not even going to die to Louis. He's going to die, he's going to die to Wham, dude. Wham's going to find a way. Oh, man. Let's check back in on that north side. Khan now spots out some villagers here. Nothing too exciting. Imperial Age coming through for Lash. So not looking to go anything to do with the Elsback. Instead, just going to be focusing on Swabia instead. Start pushing that villager number up. Definitely a smart call this early on. How many relics did he end up getting? Well, it doesn't really matter because he's gone for Burgrave. So Regnitz doesn't really mean anything to him. Checking back in on that north side. Corvinus 1. Oh, Corvinus 1 in trouble early on in this Castle Age. Mio Maker putting on the pressure. He's up to 10 mounted samurai. The shinobi as well backing them up. So much pressure coming out from our Japanese variant civilization here. The Sengoku Daimyo. Men-at-Arms now finally starting to build up in number. +2 ranged armors come through here. Able to cancel out all that damage from his opponent. Hardened Samurai on the defense. MarineLorD just says, let me just get to castle and we'll be okay. Oh no. Corvinus 1 having finally a game that the other players can point at and be like, okay, he's not invincible. This guy, he doesn't win every game that he plays. He can lose at least one of the games that he's going to play. We'll say that much. It's a rare situation. Dude, this is, yeah, it's one of those games. And look, this is just the reality, right? Like, you can take the world's best player. You can take the world's best FFA player. You stick him in a lobby with lots of other good players, and it just comes down to a spawn. It just comes down to a spawn. You can be great. You can be a really solid player. But at the end of the day, you can't control how close other people settle next to you. I mean, to an extent you can, but for the most part, you get the idea. Mounted Samurai number now is going to start building up here. Mio Maker going to be keeping an eye out on this town center. Wants to know how many health points are left on it. By the way, this king for Louis MT still sitting out, just ready, just in case. He's building up units as well down here. We're up to 3 healer elephants. Checking back in on the north. I don't think there's any way Corvinus 1 gets himself out of this. You can see he's trying his best. There's a little bit of a safety net up here, and he's building up military units as well. The trouble is, in Castle Age, you can reveal everyone's king's locations. And because of that, it makes it very difficult to hide away from your opponent. And now exactly what we suspected would happen. Mio Maker begins to make his way towards the town center. He's got a larger number of units because they haven't been focused down by the town center. And because of that, it means he's able to push his opponent off. Burgrave's still pumping. Town center not looking the healthiest here. Corvinus 1 holding on. as the mounted samurai face off against the lancers from the south. Matt is looking to try and get some points on the board. At the moment, he's got a scout inside his base. Nothing too much to be scared of. This is exactly what Corvinus 1 needs. Now, keep in mind, this whole time, Corvinus 1 has just been saving his military, just keeping it. He's got villages that are working. MarineLorD, MarineLorD, MarineLorD. Don't worry, we'll spot it. We'll see it. Oh, boy. We got ourselves a little bit of a 2-on-1 situation happening on both sides of the map here. King about to go down. He's standing there strong. Emperor Shomu. Good luck. Goodbye, MarineLorD. Good night. And back over on that other side of the map, another town center is going down. MarineLorD kicked out of the game again. Good night, sweet prince. I tell you what, he's not had the best 2 games this week, unfortunately, for MarineLorD. It all comes down to those spawns. You can have a great civ, a great player. You can have a stuck mounted samurai. And now look at this. Corvinus 1 able to defend for at least a little bit of time here. Let's check in on that south side, though. Louis MT are going to be very happy picking up some kills in this game. Back up towards the north. Corvinus 1 going to try and hold on. 400, 500 health on the town center. He is repairing it. 600 wood in the bank. Needs to keep this bad boy alive. If the town center falls, there's a good chance he goes down as well. I mean, he's got a nice little safe space that he can run to, but ideally you want to keep it alive. He's now going to look to drop down the keep. Corvinus 1. No. That's not how the story was meant to be written, they say. He's holding on, and he's doing a wonderful job in just making sure he doesn't want to lose these units. He wants these units to fight against Miyomaker's units. That's the whole idea. Shinobi now going to be coming out as well. Do they look to commit 100%? There's a keep here. Keep that in mind. And now standing, you can see the king's going to jump out the back. He should have this up in time. He's going to try and get it through. The king dodging those grenades and manages to get inside. The keep's online. Town center might be able to stay alive for the moment. And he's able to repel both of these players. The 2v1. Somehow. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. That's not how the story's written. He was meant to go out in this game. Could you imagine if he somehow made a comeback? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he comes back from this? He's still got the town center as well, so he's pumping. Actually, he's got no food. He's got no food income, so it's really hurting him. He's sitting on 35 bills. He could have been on like 75 bills right now at this stage. And now, look at this. Miyomaker, instead of going after Corvinus 1, is now coming after Matiz. These guys are now at each other's throats. This is incredible. Corvinus 1 has managed to convince the 2 players that are trying to kill him to instead kill each other. What an absolute Giga Chad. He's literally Psyduck right now. He has confused his opponents so much. Wallalo coming down. Oh, good luck. Oh, we got a 3rd contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the party, Lash. King on the move. Battering rams have come out. Oh my God, that king is on the move. Where's he going? Mate, you got nowhere to run. He's got nowhere to run. He's going to try for a bit of a sprint here. Let's see whether or not it gets found out by Miyomaker. He's looking to try and keep everything alive. He's got the villagers brought forward with the lancers back towards the base. We want to check it. I want to make sure we're not missing anything right now as this is happening. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Oh, but the problem is if Matiz goes down, then Corvinus has got nobody to focus down instead of him. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who did the kill go to? It went to Lash, I think, right? I'm pretty sure it went to Lash in that situation. Or did Miyomaker get it? Oh, Miyomaker got it, apparently. Apparently, Miyomaker got it. I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy thinking about the terrible things that may potentially happen to Corvinus 1. Another one, a little tap. It's the triple in the middle. He's gone for 3 at once. Ballsy. Ballsy. Emergency repairs is through here. He's got 29 on that military count, but they're all men at arms. He's up against a huge army of units. I was going to say of Rus units. I mean, technically they are Rus units, but they're Mongol Rus units because he's gone to Imperial Age and got some assistance here. And now Wham 1 looking to get up on the board. I tell you what, I don't know how MSNDK is going to survive this one, but he's going to try his best. Dude, this is wild. How is he surviving? How is he keeping himself alive right now? And how does he possibly stay in this game any longer? This stone has been a massive help to him. More oh no, never mind. Boy, oh boy, that looked like it could have been amazing. But I tell you what, those Mangadai, they just shut it down completely. Dude, that was scary. Got the king in the town center. He's holding on for dear life. King now going to make a bit of a run for it. He's trying to head out towards these outposts. Mangudai looking to try and fire down upon it. Not going to have the legs. And that's it. Wham 01 able to take him out. In this game, number 14, MSNDK tapping out, surrendering, and saying, GG, well played. Meanwhile, Louis MT, he's having a good time. Tughlag forts here. We've gone for the governor of Multan on this town center, or on this Tughlag fort to the south. We've got the Tughlag fort now starting to come up here. The only trouble is that there is somebody that is very angry in this lobby, and that is Wham 01. He's picked up 1 kill. Now the question's going to be about where he goes next, and I think our answer is very much towards this king. Louis, what are you doing with your king, by the way? Can we just talk about this? The king has been standing still in this position for like 21 minutes now. There's no way. There's no... Okay, he put the king inside. All right. It was all a bait. It was all a bait. He was revealing it. He was just holding, biding his time. He thought he could potentially do it. Tughlag fort basically getting 1 shot at this point. Have a look at this. Huge amount of siege coming out here from Wham 01 with this Mongol force. And now the elephants in the back. Not a lot of coverage. Huge amount of damage coming out from the Mangudais. I tell you what, the more I see of these Mangudais, the more I get concerned about how good they are. We got units up in the north as well. Corvinus 1 could be in trouble again. Wouldn't be the first time this game. And back down towards that south side. Wham 01. Wallolol attempt by Louis MT. Oh, the units are trapped! The units are trapped! The units are trapped! He converts probably a handful of them, manages to get maybe 10, somewhere in that region. He only had the 1. Boy, that could have been bad. The units were trapped. Louis MT, is it going to be enough to help turn the tides of battle? He's on 12 military pop here compared to Wham on 84. I suspect probably not. And now the town center under fire from the Hui Hui Pao. Meanwhile, up towards that north side, multiple keeps here for Corvinus 1. A lot of units garrisoned inside. He's trying to keep his head above water. He's up to 59 vills. He knows he needs to do it. Sorry, we missed it. We knew it was happening. I wouldn't fret too much. We knew what was going down over here. It was going to be, at the end of the day, Louis MT that was doing it. Now the question is, who takes Corvinus 1's head finally? Oh, man, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. He did well. He did very well to try and stay in the game. But at the end of the day, the reality is you got freight trains in this lobby, and one of them is heading right towards the base of Corvinus 1. Over on that west side, though, can we talk a little bit about this? This is starting to look nice. Lash has got a lot going for him. The only thing that's not going for him is the fact that he missed out on that king kill. Mio Maker picked it up. Corvinus 1 still sticking around, though. Still committing 100% here. Look at this army, this big Mongol army coming out from Wham. Is he still sitting on the 1 TC? I love that the Mongols can play this style. Literally just 1 TC, fast Imperial, go straight into your Imperial Age landmark. You can see the Khaganate Palace right here. And then that's just it. And like make Mangudai and Kashyyyks, and you've got this very diverse army that's just capable of killing everything. But now, speaking of everything, Lash at 200 population. He's got all the military units that you could need. A little bit of chat right now. Mio, we can beat together Wham. Wham saying, what? And Corvinus 1 requesting peace. Lash, peace. Wham is the highest pop. Lash is age 4, 300. And that's not even gaslighting. That's just facts. He's pulling out the fax machine. We got ourselves a little bit of trouble here. I mean, to be fair, Lash needs to get a kill. He's completely maxed out. 200, 200. He's got a beautiful spot on that side of the map. And absolutely, he is a contestant in this late game. As long as he can pick up this kill. But there's been a lot of players looking to kill Corvinus 1, and he has been an absolute Giga Chad when it comes to denying these players from his king. But now, the numbers are building, and it looks like if Wham 01 gets in here, it feels like there's no way Corvinus 1 doesn't get taken out by him. There's just so many units. Is he going for landmarks instead, perhaps? You can see he's having trouble progressing. He wants to avoid overcommitting the army here. And now in the north, Mio Maker going to try and attempt to take it. All of the ranged units moving in underneath. He wants it bad. He's going to try and run the king up towards that top side. We can see the knights coming around. Lash knows that he wants to make a run up towards these gates. And now on the south side, Wham-01 still committing 100% to this idea, this concept. Hey, town centers, you need those to live. Maybe I can get the points if I kill the House of Wisdom and the town center. More units rallying in now as well. He's got a lot of units on the way here. He's up to 200 pop. Keep in mind at this point, Lash down to 160. He's trying to refill, but Corvinus 1, dude, the Battle of Corvinus. That is what this game is right now. Corvinus 1 is just getting pulled apart by these sharks. It is incredible, but somehow he still lives. He still stands. How is he doing it? And look, don't get me wrong. There's no way he wins this game. But I tell you what, he will do everything he can to make this game a misery for the other players. He is not rolling over. He is not forfeiting his king to 5 villagers in the Dark Age. Almost someone in this game did. Corvinus 1 now losing the first of the landmarks. And maybe this wakes people up and they go, hold on, Wham's got a good idea there. He's going after the landmarks. And I love that they have to resort to this. They literally have to resort to going after the landmarks simply because they can't kill him. He's too untouchable. Big army coming out from Wham now. 117 military pop. Plenty of villagers still here for Corvinus 1 to repair up this keep. The big question is who picks up the kill? If Miyomeka can secure it, I don't know if it really changes anything. I feel like Wham's tempo is very good here. I mean, he's got a lot of military units. He's got 41 Taganashima Ashigaru? That is a lot of crossbow replacement units. Okay, he's looking to commit here. A distinct absence of siege. Outposts also coming up here. They're still fighting over him. They want him bad. House of Wisdom down to 5,000 health. Bro, this is an insane struggle here. More units rallying in on every single angle. Everyone's trying 100% to take him out. It feels like only a matter of time before this House of Wisdom goes down. And now, perhaps Wham looks to commit 100%. The one thing you've got to remember is you might take the points for the kill, but will you get the points? Or will you get that population? Because remember, the moment this landmark dies, this king is going to vacate out the northeast side of the building. Hui Pow. Might get picked off if he's not careful. Cannon emplacements helping out. Hui Pow gonna drop it down low. And now Corvinus 1. House of Wisdom's being sieged down while no one's looking. Lash potentially looking to pick up some kills here while these two players are fighting amongst themselves. Hui Pow could go for it. Does he look to take the shot? 700 health left on it. Who's gonna grab it? Corvinus 1 goes out. And with that, the kill goes to... what I can only assume, I don't know for 100%, is Wham. The color is light blue. We may need to review the replay, but I would suspect it's probably going to be Wham there. King is out here somewhere in here. Oh, my lord. There's the kill. Going over to Wham. And now Wham up to 350 pop. These two have got to work together to take him out. The question's going to be about whether or not they can do it, because there's a lot of tempo in this army right now. Miyomeka down to 36 military pop. Lash on 47. And the trouble that you've got is Wham is just going to turn all of his army towards one player, and then to the second, slowly. So they definitely need to work. Lash needs to make sure he's got cav reinforcing constantly, which he does, and always looking to try and hit the reinforcements, the army of Wham 01. Miyomeka still in the third age here. He's going to try and defend with what little he's got left. The king inside the town center. Hui Pow undoubtedly en route. Well, not for the moment. Is he heading? Oh, he's looking to take sacred. Very smart, Wham. Very smart. Taking the sacred sites while he's up 350 pop. Definitely makes sense here. And so now that he's taken the sacred sites, he needs to make sure the sacred victory is ticking before... Oh. Is he going to be able to do it? Look at the healing that comes through as well here. Sacred site about to come online. Oh, you hate to see it. Anybody who knows the rules would know that Wham should have waited just a little bit longer and he would have been able to potentially secure himself a little bit more points. If I'm correct. I'd have to double check that. I may be wrong there, so just be aware. Oh, man. Okay. All right, there were two. And there was a Titan, and then there was another player. We've got David, we've got a Goliath. I don't know whether or not Lash has got a slingshot, though. This is going to be tough. 3 sacred sites, all held by Wham 01. Wham 01 with a very good game. And we called him out early. We said, look, this is a great spawn that Wham's got here. He's isolated for once. He hasn't had the best spawns in this Outback Octagon, and it can be very spawn dependent. And because of that, it's meant that he's been able to succeed relatively well throughout the mid-game here. Hasn't died, which is always a nice thing, but potentially we've got a snipe coming out here. Lash thinking, hey, maybe I could try and snipe out your king. I think if there's a way that you win this game, Lash, that is it. That's the best way that you can do this. The only thing is you need to go undetected. You need to go unnoticed. The Gilded Knights are making their way back here. Trade happening towards the middle. Wham is trading. It's official. Wham is trading. I don't know how relevant it is to the outcome of this game, though. We can see that we've got this neutral market. I say neutral market. This previously owned market in the middle of the map being traded with Wham at the back of the base. Has got a couple of markets out actually looking to really start that trade route. But I think if we ride on board with Wham here, I think the most important thing for him is getting line of sight up. He needs to make sure he can see everything at this stage of the game. Because the trouble that he's going to have is that if Lash decides, hey, I'm going to try and commit to killing your king, that can happen very quickly. Now, do we have cannon emplacements? We've got 1, 2, 3. 3 cannon emplacements back here. There's only three cannon emplacements that are back here. 3 cannon emplacements and a single town center. I mean, sure, he's got the shaman, but that's like 1 Gilded Knight away from death. Stone walls coming up. What has Lash got on his mind here? How does he think he's going to do this? Because if I was Lash right here, I would probably be thinking about the king snipe. Because the truth is, like, when it comes to dealing with this, you can't battle it head on. He's got a much larger army. Let's check in with Lash and see how he's doing. We're right on board with him now. So from Lash's perspective, he's got a really solid defense. He's got the stone walls up on the north side to the south side. Only compromised towards the middle with those palace guards that are behind. But he managed to wall them in, which is a good thing. So he's able to hold at least for the moment. And I think almost certainly he is going to be going for this snipe. The question is going to be about whether or not he gets through undetected. A lot of Gilded Knights coming out. And the longer it goes, the better it gets for Lash. Now, Lash has got 7 minutes that he can play with here. So he can continue massing up units. The one thing is he has to remain hidden. That's the key component to this. If we check in with Wham, though, let's pull these forces back. Oh, that's a lot of units. So we check in with Wham. And once again, these stone walls were integral to this defense. Now, there is a Hui Hui power out. So you've still got quite a bit of time that you can buy. Because if we think about this, the Hui Hui power needs to come through, needs to kill this wall. We'll then need to kill all the landmarks. And it will also need to kill this one in the back. They could technically still do it relatively quickly, but I think he's going to go for the snipe right here, right now. Whammo 1. Has he found a way? Oh, he found a way through. What is this? Oh, he found a cheeky little way to get through. There's a hole in the wall. He manages to get it up in the end, but I tell you what, that was scary for a brief second. And now towards the top side, Wham spotted him. He says, okay, I see the forces. They're on the way. What's the reaction back home? Is there any reaction back here? It's a lot of villages. The prospect of the Wallalol remains. And definitely the right call for Lash to be committing to this. I think a couple of scouts coming out a bit early. Oh, it's the alien technology. I didn't want to mention it, but if you haven't already, make sure you check out The Age of Disclosure if you're new to the alien topic. It's live. It's on Amazon Prime right now. We'll throw that out there right now. This is what is known as an alien reproduction vehicle. It's made from alien tech by humans, by us on Earth. That's the conspiracy, at least. Anyway, Wham now. Throwing in as many units as he possibly can. Look at this. He's just kind of eating alive the reinforcement line. More Gilded Knights making their way through towards the front. A second layer of walls has come down. Wallalol attempt. He's not going to dive it. He's not going to dive it. He's not going to dive it. He's not. Oh, he got it. Go, 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 son. This is it. How many more can he do? There's more relics coming out right now. He's got the surround. I don't think any units here are going to be able to contest this. Having a little bit of trouble with siege. What are we looking at? 29 torch damage. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Cannon emplacements. There's only 3. He's absolutely committing to it. Vills are repairing right now. Are they out damaging it? They're out. Oh, the siege is slowly getting there. Wallalol going to go down. Units cleaning it up. I think this might be it. I don't think Wham's going to die here. I think Lash is probably going to lose these units. Indeed he is. I think he just went a little bit too early. He was absolutely doing the right thing. If you were going to do it, so I don't think you want to use knights for this. The trouble with knights, okay, and this is the same argument that I've used for a long time. Knights are great, okay? We like knights. The trouble is they've got the same amount of siege as all the other units. So you're basically paying a lot of resources for the same siege as everything else. So you want something that's fast and something that's cheap. So a horseman is a better option. Even a scout is a better option because while the scout is the same speed, it's a lot cheaper. So you can have more of them. The only thing you're really limited by is population space. And of course, there's always the argument, okay, but what about health? Well, health doesn't really mean anything. It's about the speed of the siege. That's what you care about. You want to make sure that you can siege things down quickly. So if these were scouts, as an example, he probably could have sieged this down twice as fast, maybe even 3 times as fast. If he's sitting on, 120 scouts, as an example. There's a reason why there's that one game of Corvinus 1 where he makes 100 scouts and a single elephant. And it's because the scouts are perfect for siege. But now, beginning to push forward. Whammo 1. Let's check in with Lash. Is he going again? He's going... Okay, this time he's going with horsemen. Probably a smarter move. So, same amount of torch damage, slightly more units, and a little bit more speed. He's going to try and commit across the top here. Again. Now, keep in mind, back home, that king still sits in the town center. Does Whammo 1 see this coming? He doesn't see it coming just yet. There's traders that might spot this out. What are these traders pulling in, by the way? 96, not bad. And now he sees it. King has been spotted out. It's in the back of the base. Plenty of units make it inside here. Gilded Knights as well. He's running up the trade line. Hui Hui Pao looking to greet these horsemen as they come through. We've got ourselves a potential trade situation. 3 minutes for Whammo 1 on that sacred site. Timer about to go ding, ding, ding. He's running straight for the keep. But the good news is, this is completely walled in. And with that being walled in, he's now going to get the Hui Hui Pao up here. But of course, the Hui Hui Pao is nowhere to be seen. So instead, he's going to go for landmarks instead. Meanwhile, Lash now making his way towards that king. Don't take the fight. Do not take the fight. Just look to try and get around. That's part of the reason why you've got to try and keep this a secret as long as you can. Lash doing his best to try and make it through, but there's so many units here cleaning him up. He's got the Mangadai, the perfect unit for defense in this situation. You can see him focusing down the units, gets a good surround in. Oh my god, only 9 horsemen get through, and you can see them struggling to make it work together, and that's going to be it. Whammo 1 taking our victory today in game number 14 of Outback Octagon 4. Well played, but unfortunately, in the end, Lash is not able to convert on the assassination attempt. GG, well played. What a great game coming out there. Going all the way back to the beginning, we saw another potential king kill within the first minutes of the game, but fortunately, everybody got out safe until, 10 minutes later. And then, realistically, we just had a bit of a runaway, a classic case of somebody getting left alone in the corner all by themselves a little bit too long, and, the rest is history. Anyway, let's take a look at the scoreboard. It should have been updated after that most recent game, so we're going to flip it over to there if you don't want to get spoiled. I mean, you probably do want to get spoiled. Of course you want to get spoiled. It's the scoreboard. Anyway, let's go take a look and see what we've got. Okay, so 4 games have been played for the majority of players here. There's only 8 players that 2 games exist, so they're about to play right now. And we can see that all of these players, at least almost all of them, on the first page, these 4-game players. So we've got Corvinus 1 leading us out on 36 points, Daimyo on 22, Puppy Paw on 21, Beastie on 18. We've got Wham, who has rocketed himself up. I will say that right now. I think Wham was sitting on 1 point, maybe 2 points before this game, and he's already made it up to 7th now. So he's going to be feeling good about himself, knowing that he is officially on the board here, and he's looking strong heading into the 3rd week. So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.